All right, today we're diving into something really interesting. We're looking at Oman, a country that's basically tearing up the old rulebook on how tech and sustainability are supposed to work together.
It's a huge question, right? How can we keep building this amazing digital world without, well, costing the earth? Our tech is exploding, but so is its energy bill. And everyone, from governments to big companies, is trying to figure this out.
So, for the longest time, the thinking has been growth versus the planet. You pick one. It's always been this big trade off. But what Oman's doing is flipping that completely on its head. They're saying it's growth plus the planet. And that's a total game changer in how you approach this stuff. It's not a choice anymore, it's a partnership. Okay, so let's dig into this digital dilemma and see how Oman is actually turning this massive global problem into a huge opportunity for itself. This quote right here, it says it all. This isn't just about looking good or some corporate greenwashing. We're not talking about a few solar panels on a roof. In Oman, sustainability is the price of admission. It's the absolute starting point, a total non-negotiable. And you have to see how smart this is from a business perspective. Companies everywhere are under massive pressure to hit these big ESG goals, right? Environmental, social, and governance targets. So what does Oman do? They build their entire tech ecosystem to meet those goals from day one. They're basically handing these companies a perfect solution on a silver platter.
So, how are they actually pulling this off? Well, it all starts with pillar number one, this huge, ambitious innovation hub they call Knowledge Oasis Muscat, or KOM for short.
And when I say huge, I mean huge. Get this, 1 million hectares. To give you a sense of what that means, that's nearly the size of the entire country of Jamaica. This isn't just some office park we're talking about. It's a whole city built from the ground up just for science and tech. Yeah, and the key thing to get about COM is that it's designed to be a whole ecosystem. It's not just a bunch of shiny buildings. It's a living, breathing community where great ideas can just happen. So what's their secret sauce? Well, it's a three-part formula. First, they put everything in one place: universities, research centers, places to live, the whole shebang. Second, they're attracting the big guys, the blue chip companies, and the small, scrappy startups. You get that amazing energy. And third, and this is crucial, they're connecting the brainy academic research directly to what businesses actually need. So no more ideas just sitting in a lab.
Okay, but all this innovation, all this tech, it needs a ton of power, right? So how do you fuel this giant engine without breaking that green promise? Well, that brings us to pillar number two. The answer is the green energy data center. It's pretty simple, really. Think of it as the powerhouse for the entire digital economy, but it runs on sunshine instead of fossil fuels. This is the piece that makes it all work, connecting tech growth directly to hitting those net zero targets.
And this isn't just some top-down government thing. It's actually a smart partnership between Oman Data Park, they're the data experts, and a company called Solar Wadi, the renewable energy pros. They're the team making this thing happen.
And look, this is real. It's happening now. We're not talking about someday, maybe. The very first phase is already kicking out 1.4 megawatts of clean power. That's enough to run hundreds and hundreds of homes. And they're already planning to build more. This is real energy for the real digital backbone.
So the message here is loud and clear. It's a statement of intent. Oman is basically saying to the rest of the world, hey, if you want to play in our digital sandbox, you have to play by our green rules. The two things are totally linked. You can't have one without the other. All right, so let's tie this all together. When you take these two big ideas, these two pillars, and you stick them together, you get something really new. A model that could honestly change how we think about tech everywhere.
So on one side, you've got the brains, Knowledge Oasis Muscat. That's the hub for all the smart people, the new ideas, the innovation.
And on the other side, you've got the green heartbeat, the clean, sustainable energy that makes the whole thing run without leaving a massive carbon footprint. And the real magic, the genius of it all, is where these two things meet. It's the fact that the innovation hub and the green power source are not separate. They're totally integrated. And that's what creates this incredible new standard for what green tech can be. So what's the bottom line here? Why should you care? Well, for starters, if you're a global company, this model is basically an ESG dream come true. It's a ready-made plan for growing your tech without growing your carbon footprint. And maybe most importantly, it puts Oman on the map as a super stable, super forward-thinking place to invest your time and money. Which really leaves us with one big question to chew on, doesn't it? We've seen what Oman is doing, connecting innovation directly to mandatory green energy. Is this the future? Is this the blueprint that every other country is going to have to follow to build their own tech future? Something to think about for sure.